Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. That happens every time we're at freaking close out of Sportcast. Every single fucking time. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It is your host, the Admiral, your boy, Robbie J. And I am joined by our resident fanalist, my co-host, Nick Howard. What is good, bro?
What's good, homie? How you and the Rum family doing today?
I'm doing very good. Very, very good. K&N, you wanted to know about graphics. Hit my email or either hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, at Rumboyz, spelled with the Z-N-E-T. I have it down in the description section. You can hit me up. I'll holler at you. We'll get you right. Get at me in my DMs. But yeah, we are live here on YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. When it's done being live and we're recording live, go back and even comment. Let's just boost the analytics all the way up, right? We are also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and well, any damn where that you can pretty much listen to a podcast. Holla on IG, very nice. I love it. I've been trying to get my IG game up a little bit more recently. Not gonna front. And also, we are live on Sportscaster, sportscaster.com. And also, you can download the Sportscaster app on any and all Android, or not Android, my fault, iOS, Apple devices. I just did that. Wow. Alrighty, so now we got that out the way. Bro, how are you doing today, man?
I'm cool, man. A little tired. It's been a long day. I need to get some Z's. A little hangry, but I'm ready to do the show.
I see. You got the Charlie Sheen look going on over there. Fucking wild things.
Hell yeah, dog.
You know, you can get straight to winning right after we get done recording. If you know.
I will get straight to winning right after we're done. Winning.
We are not condoning anything bad.
Yo, I love taking what he says. Like when he says, I am on a drug, I'm on Charlie Sheen. I take that and I say it all the time. I am on a drug. I am on Nick Howard.
Yep, I am on Robbie J. Yeah, dude, I am coming off of like a crazy week. I have been running around doing a lot of promos, featuring on a lot of different podcasts. I want to shout out the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football. Make sure you guys check out the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football. You can check them out on YouTube and Buzzsprout and Spotify. I want to shout out 5 Yard Rush, the homies over in the UK across the pond. Cheerio, mates. Greatly appreciate you guys for having me on. That was a blast. The Good Old Boys said that it was the most fun that they had ever had recording an episode. They were like, yo, like your energy. I was like, you know what it is? It's the rum, baby. It's the rum. Let's go ahead and dive right into the show. Holler at us on rumboyz.com. You guys should already know. You can follow up on a lot of these topics as well via our writing staff. Right here before the NFL Combine, rumors are swirling. Riverboat Ron put these rumors out there first, so he's the source him damn self. Rumors are swirling that the Washington Redskins might skip out on Chase Young and go for a QB, pretty much moving past Dwayne Haskins. The one-year project. Smart move or dumb move?
I don't know, man. We talked about this before. I think it's in between. It's like it's not a smart move, but it's not a dumb move. I don't think Haskins is the guy. Like, I'm an Ohio State fan, and I'm not even like big on Haskins. Like, I got into a heated debate the other day saying that I would take Cardale Jones over fucking Haskins just because I like the footwork and I don't like the hesitancy to run and Haskins. I think he's just I don't know. He's kind of like trigger happy, and it like off the field like stuff like him doing like he was charging for his draft party, taking selfies with fans before the game's over. Like he just does some funny shit. Like he's just a goofy dude. I could see Riverboat Ron having a short fuse and not liking shit like that, and maybe wanting just a prototypical like chill quarterback. I don't know. I don't think him and Cam like really even like saw eye to eye, but Cam was number 1 overall pick, Heisman winner. He was like the guy for years. I think he kind of wants to maybe get like his type of guy, but it's a stupid move because Chase Young is like, in my opinion, like what it looks like right now, he's a generational talent. He's going to be really good. And you got to get those meat potato positions. Like you got to get DN, you got to get left tackle, you got to get quarterback. You already went quarterback. Go with something else.
Exactly. I feel like we can't waste a top value pick there. Like there'll be quarterbacks later on that'll fall and so on and so forth. I'm not really I'm not sold on us trying to go that route. Even at all in this draft, trying to go and get a quarterback. If we're going to do something, then we can either, in terms of getting an extra quarterback, wait till Alex Smith comes back. I mean, I was underneath the assumption that we were going to free up space by getting rid of him. There are journeymen out there. There are veteran QBs out there. Throw some money at Rivers if you're really that desperate to not go ahead with Dwayne Haskins. You got to give the kid a chance. Yeah. It's a 1-year project.
What if you guys what if the Dolphins up being the team that always takes everybody's sloppy seconds like they did with Rosen? Like what if they trade with you guys one of those picks and they get Haskins off your hands? You wouldn't be down for that? No, not at all.
No, I don't like that. I don't think I like that at all. Like I thought about that right when this topic had presented itself. And I actually heard Ron Rivera say it himself on freaking NFL Network. I was like, you did not just, first off, you're ruining this kid's confidence already early in the game by not just letting him have full control. Let it be known that he has full control, that the keys are in his hand, the playbook are in his hand. Let the kid rock. You drafted him for a reason. This is RG3 all over again, except without the injury in his first year. You don't want to do that. Go get Chase Young, best available player. That is the best available player at the 2 spot. That's exactly who you have to go and get. If we had the luxury and we did not need an edge rusher like Chase Young, then sure, go ahead and pull a Miami and get rid of Haskins for someone or something else, and try and get hopefully you're now doing that to go get a better quarterback, or either you're still keeping that 2 pick and then you're just taking someone else's pick and they're just trading you a pick for a quarterback. But all in all, I mean, you got to keep Haskins. We haven't seen anything yet. Last year, we didn't see a damn thing.
Yeah. All right, little scenario and get your vibe on. What if the Bengals do some Bengals shit and they maybe trade the pick? Somebody else that already has a quarterback goes Chase Young, number 1 overall. Or are you sitting there looking at Burrow and maybe thinking about the possibility and getting another first? You would lose out on Chase Young, but you might be able to address like corner, like you might be able to get
Look, I mean, at that point, okay. I mean that's a crazy fucking scenario. First off,
but the Bengals do some shit like that,
and they're rumored to where they might do something like that. There's there's always someone putting something out in the atmosphere like that, like you just did actually. And I don't foresee it. I don't even want to speak it into to the atmosphere. If they go, they get Chase Young. I actually feel bad for Chase Young in that scenario. That you went to the fucking Bengals. Like no one sees their owners. The owners don't even see the owners. Like they don't even see themselves. Like come on. Yeah, I don't like the scenario, but if it happens, yo, come on, Joe Burrow, best player available.
Yeah. I have a feeling you'd be like Haskins. You didn't get a solid chance, but we're riding Burrow. Bye bye.
Yep, it is what it is. Let's see here. The players are now becoming, and the current NFL players, I should state, the NFL players are now becoming a little bit more vocal over the new proposed CBA agreement. We spoke about this last episode. Should they be more vocal? Right after we spoke about it, they all started coming out the woodwork.
Yep.
And we're learning more and more about the agreement day by day, and what they don't like. Marquise Pouncey was vocal on Instagram this morning at like fucking crackhead hours. And as well as Aaron Rodgers and J.J. Watt have all spoken out. What are you making of this situation? I have a few new opinions about the owners.
I think it's good. Like you gotta have healthy exchange and communication. You gotta have like honestly, like people have to lay out those guidelines and say what they want, what they're willing to deal with, what they're not wanting to deal with. For both the players union and the league and the owners. So I think like the healthy exchange so far, like there has been some no, it's not gonna happen from either sides, but I think it's good. Like the doors of communication are like open. Like now they can. I think they'll have like good conversation from here. Like they're gonna get out like their guidelines and their sticking points, and it's gonna get a little nasty. But like after that, I think everybody will like forget, and like actually have a sit down conversation. I really hope that we do not have a lockout and there's no football next year because that would fucking suck.
So Darius Slay tweeted this morning that he is lockout ready.
Yeah.
And was very, very vocal on that. I feel for the owners, you got to stop being so damn greedy. I get that you don't have, because of how many players you are rostering and you are paying. I understand not wanting to go more than the 250K.
Yeah.
You know, for that minimum. I understand not wanting to even budge to a 40.5%. But the players are wanting 50. You have to, when it comes to this topic, and it comes to the health and the safety of the players and the game, you're telling me that you want me to go out there for an extra game, and then now on top of that some asshats that probably don't deserve to make it into the playoffs have a chance of now getting into the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't like that.
You know, on an already any given Sunday type of scenario, type of game, you're jerking me at that point. No. So with that, I have to say I completely disagree with it. And I side with the players here. I understand where now for JJ Watt, I mean, you don't play a full 16 games any goddamn way.
Oh, that's tough,
dude. And that just it is what it is. As long as they can come to a 50-50 agreement, I think all's well and ends well and will be okay. But right now, it's not looking like that's going to happen. Right now, it looks like they will play out the 2020 season with the current agreement. Hopefully this does get rectified soon so that people can stop running around tag teaming with each other in some sloppy ass goddamn outfits on YouTube, doing Brady Watch fucking videos, because that's really the only thing that's impending on whether or not Brady re-signs with the Patriots or not, is if the CBA deal gets done or not. And you guys can quote me on that per source, Adam Schefter. That is up on my Twitter. So that is what's holding the Brady thing up. Everyone can stop talking about it. Everyone can stop speculating. We will know if he will go to a new team or not officially once this whole CBA stuff is done and taken care of.
Yeah, they do need to expand roster limit.
They do have to. They do have to raise roster limit vodka drink. Right, I definitely agree with that. There should be at least 7, 8 more spots added there. But then the problem then goes into, and what the argument there is, well, yeah, we get the safety. And then if I'm a player, I'm looking at, well, if you're caring about my safety, you're going to give me, some extra guys so I can, maybe get some extra rest, here and there, The argument on the other side of that coin, the double-edged sword, is, well, players' skill level, caliber, now having to pay those extra guys, and you're already, putting that final week cap at the $250K. So now that's 7, 8 more guys that you're paying the $250K. So that's where the owners are looking at it. Me personally, I'm like, fuck the owners.
Yeah. It's impossible. It's impossible for you to lose money or like go bankrupt as a fucking NFL owner. So, and in a way, like, feel like a lot of them like wash funds of like their regular businesses into their teams. Oh, I gotta write this off on my taxes. I had to put money into this. I had to invest in this. Like, why didn't they lose on their other shit? I feel like they like claim it stayed on the NFL because it like literally is impossible to lose money as an owner in the NFL.
Exactly, but I mean, the way that these guys, think, and the way that they're feeling. I think, what, didn't you bring this up last episode? You don't make $1 billion by spending $1 billion or something like that, or like you don't make $1 billion by spending all your money or something like that.
Yeah, I think I said something along those lines a couple episodes back when we were talking about it.
Yeah, so I think that like hearing that, I then kind of understand, like, okay, like I get where the owners come from. Like, you're not trying to give away all of your money, but at the same time, these guys are bringing in your money. They're putting asses in seats. You're not. No one is coming to watch the Washington Redskins for Dan Snyder. They're coming to watch the players, and even they're still barely doing that for my fan base. XFL tickets sold more than fucking Defenders tickets sold more than a Redskins ticket for opening day.
Hey, maybe you'll have Burrow, man. Maybe it'll fall to you.
What's good, guys? What's good, live chat? We see you guys. For all the people that listen to us on the audio version of the podcast, make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube as well. And follow us on Sportscaster as well. I see Yuta Osman just followed us on Sportscaster. Appreciate it, Doug. Let's get into our next topic here. So tonight, I will be streaming the NFL Combine. We are gonna be getting into that, debating about that. That'll be kicking off 5 p.m. Mountain Time, so 7 p.m. Eastern for all of my East Coast folk. Combine does start today. Last year, DK Metcalf, as we see pictured here. Oh, I did it right that time.
There you go.
Ta-da! And many others and many others wowed us with their combine performances. Who's your breakout this year? This is where the important stuff in football begins.
My breakout for the combine. I don't want to be like a homer, but I think J.K. Dobbins and KJ Hill are going to impress as specialists and running back. But I'm looking at that tackle, the dude that I think's like going like the first tackle off the board, starts with an M, like fuck, I always forget his name. I'll think about it in a second, but I think he's gonna do good. I think of the quarterbacks, I think Burrow is gonna be. He's gonna make throws. Oh, he's not even throwing at the combine, but
What's that?
as far as Isaiah Simmons is another one I think that's gonna show out. That corner from LSU that I was talking about last week, I think he's gonna do good.
Oh,
Fulton. I'm trying to remember that tackle real quick. I think he's from like Louisville or something like that. Well, who do you think's gonna show out and do good?
So I got to go with my analyst homie John Hellcamp here. He's riding the Jonathan Taylor train. I've been reading a lot of his work lately. And me personally, I was gonna group Dobbins in the same conversation, but I did want to lead with Jonathan Taylor. But yes, to agree with one of the guys that you mentioned, Dobbins most certainly is a guy that I've been fascinated with his overall body of work. But yeah, I mean Jonathan Taylor, from what I've been reading up lately and what I've been seeing, I think that there's a lot of upside to him. And I think that he could come in and he could really be a guy that can make a splash. So I'm anxious to see him run. I want to see these receivers, dude. I'm ready for Laviska Shenault. I think that he's really going to wow people here at this combine, and this combine is going to be what moves him up draft boards. I want to see. Are Judy and Lamb gonna run? I think Judy and Lamb are running.
I think
yeah, because I haven't heard any reports that they aren't. The only ones I heard, the only big picks and prospects that I heard that aren't going to be doing anything are Chase Young, Joe Burrow, and Tua Tagovailoa. Those are the only ones that I've heard. I haven't looked into Cam Akers yet, vodka drinker. Let's see here, Brian. I am interested in seeing how Judy and Lamb perform. Obviously, I had a guy that was just. I was just thinking of his name, and then it just left me right when I just read Vodka Drinker's comment. Oh, damn.
Oh, it's Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, Mekhi.
That's a tackle I think is gonna really impress. I think he's gonna shoot up into top tackle off the board status. And two, like you said, looking at Lamb, looking at Judy, I'm also throwing Higgins in there. I think Higgins. Yep. I want to see those three guys get out and run. I want to see Ruggs. I want to see Ruggs put up a good 40 time. I want to see how he is in the agility drills.
Oh yeah, DeAndre Swift is going to be nasty. I feel like we already know, though. I feel like that's one that we already know. What's the dude from I believe he was running back for Auburn? Shit.
For Auburn.
Fucking hyphenate name, dude.
You said you want to see Shenault. I want to see Shenault too. I want to see some of these edge rushers too, like the Cassian or whatever from LSU. I want to see him. I want to see that the dude from Iowa.
Yup. Let's see here. I'm trying now. I'm trying now like now I'm trying to find the one that just left my mind that I'm like really high on. Like it just like it was gone.
I think Dobbins will do good, dude. I think Swift will impress. Like Swift has not been talked about. I like Swift, Dobbins. Taylor's okay. I love Zach Moss. Like I know he's not like super impressive, but a lot of people sleep on him. Like he's a nitty gritty good player.
Yeah, Zach Moss has been gaining a lot of talks here recently within the last within the last few hours. Keyshawn Vaughn has been gaining a lot of talk recently.
Have you noticed though that Delpit's been dropping in a lot?
Has he?
I've been seeing mock drafts like I just pulled up 2, but like this one has him going all the way at 38 to Carolina, and I've seen one where he goes at like 21.
Damn.
I think he's sliding a little bit. He's getting jumped by that corner from there, Fulton.
Dude, I'm definitely Cole Kmet, tight end. He's getting a lot of talks recently.
Yeah.
He just ran a 4.7 flat. Is the combine on now? Because it shouldn't be. It's definitely at 5. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be on at 5. No. Cole Kmet just ran a 4.7 1 minute ago. Retweet. So we already got action actually happening. NFL Network.
Hold up.
You about to go check? Oh, there goes Charlie Tempeu.
Sorry, dude.
Okay.
Pat was jumping up on my bar. If a bottle broke, I would have fucking thrown some shit.
Oh, dude, no worries, no worries. So yeah, it looks like that the combine is actually on now. Adam Trotman, out of Dayton, tight end. He's up running, standing at 6'5". Damn. They gave a really bad start. I think he jumped it too early. So I guess yeah, these are all unofficial times that are taking place right now. Okay. Well, shit. Tonight's gonna be a good night, dude. Let's keep this rolling then, because I want to get into some of this action. So who do you see helping their draft stock with their combine performance the most?
I really think Dobbins, Fulton, and Mackay are going to really help themselves. I think Mackay could even jump Wharfs.
Now I just remembered who I was trying to think about. Jacob Eason. That's who I'm interested to see. I'm hearing a lot of talks about him having the capabilities of moving up. I'm highly interested in Jordan Love out of Utah. Like he's getting a lot of Patrick Mahomes comparisons. So I'm interested to see him. I'm really interested to see these quarterbacks throw. But that's the one quarterback that I'm interested in is Jacob Eason, because there's when you hear those mumblings underneath, those are usually the guys that are probably gonna move around, you know. So I think he helps his draft stock. We all know Justin Herbert he's gonna be a beast. So yeah, I'm excited for the quarterbacks as well. There we go. But I think Jacob Eason is the one that helps his draft stock the most. Let's see here. Dallas has to make a decision here. The Dallas Cowboys have to make a decision on whether they are going to pay Dak a large long-term contract, somewhere in that 30-40 million area, or if they are going to if they're going to decide to go ahead and hit him with the franchise tag. What do you think that they should do, and why? They have until March 10th.
I don't know, man. He's about to be a pain in the ass. Like talking about like if he doesn't get hit, he's just gonna hold out. There were those rumors, that like they would just let him hold out or like let him be, not get paid, and they'd pick up like Brady or something. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's just a pissing contest with them. They got him. He's proved himself. Like he's been serviceable. Like he's been decent. He's been like a top 15, top 10 quarterback at moments. I just say pay the dude. Just pay the dude and move on. Like stop dealing with it. Like
Exactly.
you gave him that low ball offer. Just give him the fucking offer. Give him some guaranteed money. Like if I was Jerry, I would give him less per year because I don't think he warrants that. But I would give him like more guaranteed over a deal, like more bonus money. Like I'd give him ridiculous bonus money.
Yep.
Just like, dude, you had a prove it complex. You came in here, you proved yourself. Like you led this team, you put up some numbers. Like you looked halfway decent. You're still Dak Prescott, but like, let's get the deal done and let's quit playing around. Like
He's the guy. He's the guy that forced Tony Romo out of town. If this was Tony Romo, they would not be doing this. Jerry would have already paid him, and that would have been irregardless of if they make the playoffs or not. Jerry would have taken care of Tony.
Oh,
take care of Dak. Go ahead, pay the guy. Before I was on the proponent of no, don't. If you remember, if you remember, I was very much, but now that this is dragging out, and with all the different quarterback movement and talks of guys moving around, Chad Stash, thank you for dropping that like. You got rumors of Winston and then Rivers and Breeze, he's going to stay in New Orleans, but then Brady's still out there. And then all these rookie quarterbacks that are draftable and then startable. Then you got all the second-year guys from last year. Stop. Yeah. Just stop. You don't want any. If I'm Dallas, I'm looking at all of that's happening around me. And the NFL to me right now is like, it's you're on a bicycle and you're pedaling, right? And then all of a sudden, just everything around you just catches on fire. And then now all of a sudden, even your bike is on fire, but like you're not on fire, but like everything else around you, like, and even your bike that you're riding is on fire. And like, it just sucks. It is just chaos. It's anarchy. And that's what the NFL is right now with this quarterback carousel that is taking place, with all this churn and turnover that's about to happen. If I'm Dallas, I'm like, I got my guy. I don't need to worry.
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. Don't play around like you already got your guy. Don't be in that carousel of like, what are we gonna do? Like you guys already know like who your guy is. You got him, pay the man. Like I don't think he warrants that 36 million, whatever he's like asking for that I heard about. I would already had it done earlier. I would have gave him a shitload of signing bonus money, guaranteed money, and been like, dude, take like a fucking like $20 million deal tops per year. And I'll get you on fucking bonus money. And two, like it would be stupid of them. It'd be stupid of Dak even. Well, it wouldn't be stupid of Dak to hold out and kind of like play around. But that team, that is a loaded roster. Like I think if they are gonna make a run, like now is their best shot. Like now you got Garrett out of there. Now you got McCarthy. Like help McCarthy like start fresh and like really see what you got in that team. Like don't fuck around and hold out and have some backup quarterback or go into the carousel and have the problem like everybody else does of like who's gonna be my guy. Fucking pay the man. See you at fucking camp. Let's see what you guys can do.
Exactly. You're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself, and then also Dak as well. The same thing that I just mentioned with the Redskins and at the beginning of our show about Rivera coming out and saying, yeah, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk with Tua, we're going to talk with Burrow. Now, I actually want to revert back to that whole talking with Burrow thing. I've been hearing rumors that Burrow doesn't want to go to Cincinnati, and he's kind of even refuted that. Like, no, like, I would want to do it, but I don't know if he really wants to. I'm hearing rumors that if Detroit goes to get him, the Tagovailoa family, they're going to come in, they're going to bombard, they're going to make demands.
Yeah.
So it's sounding like that those two places. So you are right of with what you mentioned earlier, and I forgot about some of those things earlier in the beginning of our show when we were talking about it. And you just bringing this up here and us just talking about the quarterback carousel made me think about that. There's just too many factors. If I'm Dallas and I'm confident in what I got already, let's just rock with that.
Yeah, fucking run it back. Like, it's like Hooper mentality. You just took an L, like you just lost. You got a new guy on your side. You got the same. Fucking run it back. Let's see what it is. And J Love, I know you made the point. If your quarterback doesn't warrant 36 million, he's not your guy. But also, they don't have a first round pick. Like, you're not in the sweepstakes to get a franchise leading guy. You're gonna get scraps. You're gonna be in this carousel of bullshit and have to maybe find a guy, and hopefully it works out. You already have Dak. Like, I'm not big on Dak, but he's had moments. He's a top 10, sometimes top 15 quarterback. He can get it the fuck done. Just give the dude a little deal. Give him like a 3-year deal with a fuckload of signing bonus and get him some guaranteed money so he feels good. But like, knock maybe like 5 million off of that like number, 7 million off of that number. Pay him like 28. Pay him like 26 and just give him extra signing bonus money. If he fucking works out, you got a 3-year window. You see what you got in McCarthy. You develop your youth talent, and fucking maybe you rebuild and hit it again. But you don't have a first round draft pick right now.
What's Golf sitting at right now? What, 33.6, something like that?
Yeah, and Golf is fucking a wet blanket.
Like, come on. If Golf is getting this money, if Matt Ryan is getting this money, fucking Matty Puddle. I don't call him Matty Ice no more.
No,
the ice in his veins is gone.
Yeah, he's thawed out.
If Matty Puddle is getting this, then let's give him 30. Let's just give him 30. Yo, we'll put you right outside of those dudes. Those two, they've been to Super Bowls. You ain't been to one of those yet, but we'll put you right outside of there. You led the league in passing. Here's a pat on the head, a coloring book. Grab a fucking Red's Apple L and sit your ass down in the corner, little kid.
And he's proven, like, he's played in the league. Yeah. Like, these rookies, they're not proven. You don't know what, like all these guys we're looking at, we don't know what they're going to be because they haven't actually played NFL ball. They haven't.
And then if you make a play at Brady, and you go all in there, so now you're definitely not bringing Amari back. So now you're giving Brady shit. So now he's stuck back in the same scenario. Who's your number one now? Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
I don't like that. What, you get Brady for 2 years? 2 years? No. Hell no. Hey, we got Smokey back here. Hell no. And Craig.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. And dude, Dak's young, man. It's second contract time. He's what, 20, 25, 26, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not a 21-year-old. You don't know how
he's 24.
Oh, fucking even better. You got him. You get to sign him before he's 25, 26, 27 with this second contract.
I'm saying at this point it's gone on long enough. Pay the man. Pay the man.
Yeah.
And you pay him now before. And if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm saying, if this new CBA goes this way, I'm paying him now on this structure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying him when that new structure comes out.
Yeah.
If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm also thinking about the business side of that bitch too.
Exactly.
Let's see here.
I used to be against it. I used to be against signing Dak. I was kind of like a Dak hater. Like, it's Dak. He's whack. Like, but at times he's serviceable. Like, You got a new coach, run it back, see what you got. Pay the man. It's better than other options you have right now.
I would take him. I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. Yo, Cole Kmet was just a little bit slower than George Kittle, but faster than Zach Ertz. Oh, snap. 4.7 flat. Kittle ran a 4.52. Ertz ran a 4.76.
Damn.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love the combine. No, dude, I didn't know that the tight ends were running early. They weren't. It wasn't supposed to start until 5. Yeah, like, so that this is their fault. They fucking started early. Let's see here. Let's talk some fantasy football though. Where do you see OBJ falling in fantasy football? This year, I'm hearing a lot of people say like 403.
I got him at I got like 309 to like maybe like 406, like in that range.
So I'm gonna be honest, I'm not drafting him at all. But for the sake of dude, I don't want OBJ. Like if I know that I can go and I can get Cortland Sutton, DJ Sharp.
Yeah. I'd take Sutton over him for sure.
Kenny Galladay, you know, he'll come back healthy next year.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Galladay's injury. You know, I'd be all over, you know, those guys over OBJ. Now let's talk about the fact that there are people that are going to go and draft him. Okay. And if you are buying him 403 to 406, I'm okay with. If you, I feel like even getting him in the third round, I feel like there's so much third round talent there that you're going to be able to pull from. That's just so much more beneficial for you.
It all depends on how everybody else goes. Like if everybody else takes value and like equity and like even reaches for some guys that I would look in like the fourth or fifth, that's when I'd be like, all right, I gotta maybe take him in the like 309 like range and after. Like I'd be like looking at him, especially if you're in a 10 or a 12 and you get him at like the 312 and then you got a very next pick, like I would go with somebody else and then like spend that fourth on him, like that immediate fourth. But I don't know. I think he'll have a bounce back year, and I'm not even saying that as a Browns fan. I think he'll have a bounce back year. Like they didn't have time to mesh him and Baker. Like I talked about it all the time. Landry and Baker are fucking great together. They had time. They built chemistry. That first year, that was his guy. Him and Higgins, Njoku were his guy. Losing Njoku all last year, not having that red zone option, a lot of balls were forced, and like they became a running team first, and they just tried to force feed OBJ a whole lot, and it led to problems. And I don't know, I think Baker's shown some growth. I think he's matured a little bit. He doesn't have that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. There's a new report via Roto World that he has gone on record to state that he wants to be a little bit leaner and a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So that's what he's working on right now.
I like it, because he got a lot of flack. He got like body shamed by her. Like, I mean, quarterbacks aren't supposed to be like that though, but like I'll take it, man. But you are a professional athlete. You are a physical specimen in a sense. Be one. Like separate yourself from others. Don't be average. Don't be mediocre. So, like see what you got. Be the best you. That's what I say to anybody in this life. But I'm sleeping on OBJ. I think he might have a bounce back year. The guy that I'm really looking forward to, that I'm like maybe like I'm kind of on the fence because he got hurt all last year and he had a bad showing. But I think Njoku is going to be like the touchdown guy in that off. I think it's going to be two wide or two tight end set, two running back set all the time. They're just going to fucking power, what you call, run like power lineups.
Like a lot of power formations.
Yeah, power. That's the word, formations I was looking for, or concepts. But yeah, I think they're going to roll out a lot of two tight ends, a lot of two running backs.
I like
you're not going to see a slot receiver out there because Callaway didn't work out. They let him go. I don't know I don't know where they're at with Higgins. I really could see like only two wide receivers out there, Landry and Odell.
Yeah.
And two tight ends and two running backs that can just fuck with people.
Well, Sullivan from LSU, the tight end, he ran a 4.65. Very impressive. That impressed the fuck out of me. I was just looking up and I'm like, oh, so maybe that's a guy there at tight end that you guys can go and get, being that you don't have Demetrius Harris anymore. You go to Njoku and you go with Sullivan on the other side. We'll have to see how that works out. But that was an impressive running.
I think they'll keep Ricky Seals-Jones. He showed some flashes.
Yeah.
Plus they have a practice squad guy. I forget the dude's name. And everybody else seems to get our practice squad guys. Like tight ends wise. Like I see a lot of our former tight ends end up on other teams and contributing.
I like it.
That's one position that they kind of just like, they spent that first round pick on Njoku, but I think that was just because of like upside, and they're like, oh shit, we're just gonna get this big physical specimen,
dude. But he's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be a monster. Baker just has to put him into positive positions, not throw him into tight windows like he did last year. I brought this up on the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football podcast I featured on. Make sure you guys go check that out. And yeah, I let them know. I was like, Baker puts guys into too tight of a window to where that to me that is suspect if I'm drafting anyone from that team. Because you worry about the injuries, concussion protocol, so on and so forth. But I'm
I don't know, man.
completely
But that first year, it was just talked about like his accuracy is fucking pinpoint and insane. Like how he could fit it in between people. It just the narrative changes like real quick when I think you add in like the weapons and he forced some issues. He played himself, like he made some fucking lapse judgment decisions, but
it was all the off the field shit that really came about and really got to him. Let's get into our next topic here, bro. Like I love completely off topic, but I love seeing like the little montages of like the players where they got like the football and everything, and they're sitting there chilling right before they cut the commercial because like I know what that's like. Like I know how they got to be feeling right now, and I just love this time of year with the rookies and everything. Oh man, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. What second year player continues to trend upward in fantasy football? We're talking, about the sophomore guys, the McLaurins, Browns, Samuel, Jacobs, so on and so forth.
I'm looking at Jacobs. I'm looking at Metcalf. I'm looking at Shark. I'm looking at all of them, man. McLaurin, like
they were a unique class.
Mm-hmm.
They were very unique in that if you drafted about 13 out of the 40 that me and Ty had interviewed, you were probably in like good shape. Like if you drafted a Mecole Hardman, a Terry McLaurin, an AJ Brown, or if even you got some of these guys off of waivers throughout the season, you were sitting pretty at DK Metcalf. I had drafted DK in the league, and like everyone was like, "That's not going to work out well." Da 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 da. And I was like, "Oh, y'all just wait." I was like, "Y'all just wait."
Yeah, he built on his year. He had a good end of the year.
Oh yeah, the dude came out the gate and he showed. He's like, "No, guys, I can play some foosball." He's like, "I can play." He's like, "I can get out here and I can ball with the best of them."
I was one of those that slept on him too. I was just like, man, I just see a big physical guy that runs like 2 routes. And I'm just like, he doesn't impress me like that. But physically, he's a fucking freak of nature. He's a specimen. And he did fucking like sure up a lot of his routes. Like he looked crispy this year.
Yep, I'm such a huge fan of DK. So yeah, I'm looking at the whole lot of them. To the point to where I'm even nervous about if you're in Dynasty Fantasy Football, clearly you are looking at this rookie class here. But part of me heading into redraft this year, I want to see how OTAs work out after the draft when these guys get drafted and when they get with their teams. I wish I had the ability to, I could, meet this class, and kind of get to know them up close and personal, because I just feel like that there's so much that we don't know with these guys. Last year there was so much that we did know with the class, that I'd even be daring enough to maybe not have to worry about drafting a Judy or a Lamb or something or that other if I'm in redraft leagues. If I'm just in redraft every year you get a new team, I'm probably vying to go and get one of these second year guys, Deebo Samuel and AJ Brown, something or the other, over any of these other kids. Let them prove themselves first before I run out there and try and draft them. But we'll have analysis to help you guys through your 12th and 14th rounds.
I agree. It all depends on certain guys and where they go. Like if somebody gets drafted as a true number one and is like rolled out there like that, like I keep on hearing T. Higgins to San Francisco, them letting Sanders walk, like that would be like one where like I'd be like, do I go to Deebo or do I roll with Higgins and be like, maybe.
Now that's a beautiful matchup right there. Let's see, what would another one be? I mean, Washington, if they go and they get it, they get a receiver later on. they somehow end up with Sano. You know,
Yeah.
Fuck. Who
You
do I
guys need a
draft?
wide receiver too. Like
We do.
Sanault's a solid option. Like fucking give my boy KJ Hill a look. I'm telling you, you would not be disappointed.
I've been hearing his name a lot. I've been hearing him a lot. It's a very, very, very interesting class that we're going to be looking at. I'm excited. Jordan Love's going to be on with me on air after this episode to talk more. Let's get into one final topic. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but I guess we'll rapid fire this one and then we'll get into the rest of the show here. Is Baker Mayfield fantasy football draftable this upcoming year? Yes or no?
Yes, because people will fucking write him off, and you can grab him. Like we talked about it, somewhere between the 10th to the fucking 15th round. Like you can grab him somewhere.
You can grab him in the 15th.
Everybody will sleep on him, and I just think the offense is gonna pop this year, man. They're gonna be run game oriented, but they're gonna mix in like there was barely any play action. It was so much just drop back and fucking just chuck it. Baker is great at RPOs, like having that threat. If you do run a 2 tight end set, it's gonna be a lot of just like not chunk plays, but just a lot of like little shit,
Mm-hmm.
and that adds up. If they're out there and they're running the 2 running back and single tight end, it's gonna be like RPO like confusion for the defense. I'm high on Baker having a bounce back. I'm high on even the whole entire Browns team having a bounce back year. I like Stefanski. I think he's going to light a fire underneath everybody's ass. And Baker is draftable in fantasy football, but I would not take him anywhere before like round number 10 because everybody I think is just going to sleep on the dude. Everybody's just going to be like, bad year.
You're being super nice. You're being super nice.
Why you say that?
Because I'm gonna say he is not draftable.
Whoa! You would wait until he has like 2 or 3 weeks and grab him off waivers.
Yep, I'll wait 2 or 3 weeks, grab him off of waivers. If he is an ADP has not been released yet. So everything that we're talking right now, guys, is all way too early. Nothing that we are speaking right now is all purely theoretical. At this point, bullshit. Okay. But we do thank you guys for making us get to episode 12. That's awesome. But furthermore, I mean, I don't see him being a draftable guy. If I am going to draft him, it's round 15. It's the end of the draft. End of the draft is when I go and I get him.
Yeah, he should be your second quarterback. If you're in a 2 quarterback league, he should be your second guy. You should go get like a proven stud over him. And even if you are in a standard and it's just a 1 quarterback league, yeah, if he's there in any of those like last couple of rounds, like you already know like you're solid in other areas, you're locked down at running back, you fucking maybe got 2 tight ends, like you're good at wide receiver too. I would take a swing on him maybe in like the 12th, 13th. Maybe.
The person that I hate, the person that I hate, I got told this on one of the shows that I had featured on. I think it was 5 Yard Rush, or maybe it was Good Old Boys that I featured on Tuesday night. I don't remember because I had featured on those shows and then we did our show. But yeah, fucking Daniel Jones had more double-digit games or more 20-plus fantasy football games than Baker Mayfield. That pisses me off because I hate Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But he's Danny Fumble for a reason. I don't know. He didn't throw for 27 in his first year. He didn't go to a team that was picking number 1 overall for years consecutive and was in the dumps. It's why I kind of like look at like, yeah, Lamar's a beast, but like, yeah, dude, you went fucking last pick, like almost last pick. Like you went to a team that was already fucking ready, that was already there.
Yeah, but he was also sad about that too. He wanted to go earlier. Here, just 1 second. I know. I'm trying to get to it. There we go. Get him. Go. All righty. So, I mean, that's how we feel about Baker Mayfield. Jake Miller in the chat, he said, my cat could make a better playbook than the 5 wideout minimum protection set without an O-line. God damn. Let's get into some.
I don't even know what was being talked about, but I agree with that. Sounds like he was talking about Browns at some times.
Yeah, he was talking about the Browns.
Fuck that, dude. You only need to roll out 2, dude.
Yep. I think it's you guys can roll out 2, and if you go with the 2 tight end scheme, I mean that's getting more prevalent and more welcoming in today's NFL. I think it works out better for you guys.
I forgot to mention that I want to say that I'm looking at too. Surratt from Wake Forest, the wide receiver.
There you go.
I'm watching him too.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting into the wide receivers, I believe, tonight. So that's gonna be dope. Right now they got the tight ends up. I'm hoping that the wideouts didn't go already. I really hope that the wideouts did not go already. I don't think that they would put the wideouts this early in the day. They would put all the fast guys at night. They're gonna put the quarterbacks and the wide receivers at night, I think. Mm-hmm. Let's get into some NBA here. Get into the NBA. I mean, we only have about, around about 20, 25 games left in the regular season. And earlier in the season, load management and talks of that nature were highly looked down upon. But with LeBron James suffering a growing injury, making him miss tonight's game, is it time for the Lakers to consider load management for LeBron, given his age, minutes played, so on and so forth, so that they can lock it in the playoffs?
100%. You saw how that groin injury affected him last year.
Yeah.
I'm not playing around. Like, the West is open. The Dubs are out of it. Yes, the Clips are our fucking stout competition, but don't play yourself. Like, what he did here in Cleveland was always run out of gas. Like, it was just, I feel like if he just had a little left in the tank, if he rested a little bit in the regular season, if he came out of games in the playoffs a little early and fucking sacrificed some numbers, I think we could have maybe won one more.
Wow.
But I'm totally for it. Like, you saw how that groin injury affected him last year. It's a fucking groin again. Groins are nothing to fucking play with, especially if you go too far and really fuck your shit up. Mm-hmm. LeBron, suck it the fuck up and rest. Like, you are fucking already in playoff conversation. Rest. Bring home the fucking dub for fucking Kobe and relax.
Exactly. Until you brought up all of those points, I was ready to come in hot and be like, no, fuck that. Like, you're paid to play. Get out there and play. You're injured now. Like, this isn't load management because you're actually injured. But against Zion, you did the whole, generation versus next generation matchup. Cool. We got to see it. We don't need to see it this Sunday. You're sitting out tonight's game. I say even sit out Sunday's game. I say take as much time as you need. Anthony Davis, secure enough wins so that we can lock in the playoffs and get our berth. Once we have it clinched, I even say now that you just bring that up, fuck it. Let's go ahead and take it easy on let's take it easy on AD as well.
Yeah.
Let's have them both primed up, ready to go. Because we already know that the Clippers have already rested up Kawhi. We don't need to compete for home court. It's fucking Staples Center. Mm-hmm. Unless we're playing against Denver in Denver.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even like Denver's a sleeper team. Like I look at them like they might be able to, but I don't know, man. I think the Lakers are just too loaded.
Then okay, cool. Then even in that case, you know, don't even worry about them. Rest up the guys.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't know. I've just seen it in the past. I've seen like you can tell when LeBron just is like just partially gassed or just has like a half filled tank. Like you could just tell that you had the groin injury bug you last year. Like don't let it linger. Like fix that shit. Whatever happened, like get into the playoffs and then we're by. Like you said, the point I forgot to make the point of Kawhi's already been load management and Kawhi's gonna come into arrested. That's a guy you're gonna have to fucking guard. Like everybody talks shit and says like he's afraid to guard Kawhi and like he needs to have a performance and like show out against Kawhi if they are gonna make it. Like the fucking title runs through fucking Kawhi. Everybody knows that. He's been resting. You should do the same fucking thing. You should be at least attrition wise on the same level as the guy that you got to go against that you know is a worthy foe.
If I see my oppositions plotting, I'm plotting as well. If I see the ops plotting, I'm plotting as well. So is Sullivan, J Love. Sullivan's crushing the combine as well. Let's see. Is the process over in Philly, due to the injuries of both Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid?
Yes. I'm literally calling it out. Huh?
Your face was so heartless. I want really quick before you continue. I want 76ers fans to hone in on that moment right there. Nick just fucking drove a dagger into your heart. Deal with it.
In a way, they know. Like, I think every 76ers fan out there knows, like, Brett Brown needs to go. And I'm calling it now. 2 of the 3 of fucking Embiid, Simmons, and Brett Brown will be gone at the start of next season. Like, it's over. Like, the process, like, it got you where you're at now. Fuck that process. Don't trust the process. Go out there and get your guys. Draft well. Give a call. Like I said it in previous episodes. Give a call down to Nola. Like Nola's got a lot of talent. They can't start everybody. Give them a call. Fucking throw out Ben Simmons. Keep Embiid because you could use a fucking tried and true center, a rebounder, a fucking post dominant guy in the East. That's East basketball. It's not fucking spread and just 3 and chuck up shots and fast breaks like the West is. Keep that post dominant guy. Fucking offer up Simmons because Simmons hasn't even developed. We're all like looking like, dude, when are you gonna fucking like learn to shoot? Like when are you gonna progress? Like, yeah, you can body up everybody because you're fucking 6'7", 6'8", and everybody that's guarding you is 6 foot to 6'4", and you have like 60 pounds on them. Like, we know that. So we got in you. We know that you're an inside. Yeah, give them a call and try to get Redick back. Try to get Ingram. Give up Richardson and maybe another pick and get another pick back.
Hell yeah.
And try to get your boy Drew Holiday back. Get a fucking tried and true point guard that actually plays defense against bigger guy. Like I don't know. I think I would take Holiday even a guarding up against Ben Simmons. Like, yeah, he's got the bigger body, but that dude plays some tenacious, like slept on defense.
I think that Embiid would like it being his team more so. You know, you can't have both dominant personalities or both superstars, you know, together for that long, for that while. Like, you know, we've seen, you know, may rest in peace, Kobe and Shaq, that got toxic after a while. LeBron and Kyrie, that got toxic after a while. Kyrie and Tatum, that got toxic after a while. Kyrie, everywhere he goes, that just.
And I know I'm gonna fucking drive a dagger in by saying this too, but just like all those guys got toxic, I can see LeBron and AD getting toxic.
It will. It will.
Yep.
But now here's what's different there. When it becomes toxic, LeBron will be retiring. So AD's going to inherit the team. And I think that AD knows that. I think that the Pelinka purposely set it up that way. And I wouldn't be shocked if Mamba probably told Pelinka to set it up that way.
Yeah.
If he was probably like, do me and Shaq 2.0, but do it at the end. You know, and I think that's why they may have set it up. But you are 100% correct, and I do not refute that.
Yeah, and because those guys are both early, because they're both young and they kind of came around the same time, they both are budding and trying to like show that they're the buck there, like they're the fucking man in town. And Simmons, how he went about it publicly and like dogging Embiid, and even some of the fans turned on Embiid. He's not the best. Like he's a good player, but in certain aspects, I feel like he's kind of soft. He's kind of fragile, even with his body. But I don't know. Simmons to like kind of like take the like, what are you doing, dude? Like, are you putting like you're not putting up numbers like Joel is. Like you're kind of just like you're kind of like playing like an average player. You're a mismatch nightmare. Like what are you doing, dude? I would get rid of Simmons. Like we've already talked about it. I would just say bye to him. But yeah, 2 of the 3 of those are gone. Brett Brown needs to be gone. Simmons might be gone, but he Kenaway needs to be gone too.
I would give her Simmons due the fact that you're not hitting jumpers from me. You're not hitting threes from me, bro.
Like, he hasn't progressed.
Yeah, he's not trying.
Yeah, nothing's worse than somebody just relies on like the talent that they have, like without progressing, like living up to their potential. It's just like that dude is like the stereotypical, like, no, this is what I know I'm comfortable with. This is what I'm going to do time and time again.
And that's, but you remember when we spoke to Bernard Edwards, you know, hey, you know, in the NBA, they usually pick you because you're really good at one thing. You're really good at one specific skill set.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Steph Curry, shoot the 3, shoot the fucking 3 lights out. You don't see him dunking all over the place in games. He may get 1 or 2 here.
You see him missing dunks too.
Yeah, exactly. You can see him missing dunks. You know, Ben Simmons can't hit the 3, but great down the post. He'll post up. He'll catch the alley-oop and he'll slam it. You know, and
he's given too much credit on defense just because he's like outweighs and he's just bigger than a lot of people at his position.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. So I mean, with that being said, I mean, when you're just completely one-dimensional and you're one-dimensional to the point where it's not even effective, bye-bye.
I agree.
I love you, bye-bye.
I don't mean to put the dagger in 76ers fans out there hearts, but
they'll live with it.
Like, fuck the process. You trusted the process for too long. It got you a couple of good winning seasons. Like,
yeah.
Don't hit the rebuild. Hit the reload. Get rid of Simmons. Get some pieces. Get your boy, like Drew Holiday showed some flashes there. Get you a good coach. I said before, the 76ers, the Cavs, or the Bulls should have hired Mark Jackson earlier on. Why did I just miss? Somebody just ran a fucking ridiculous split.
Fucking yeah, no. Steven on the some of these guys missing some of these catches, these intermediate catches. It's like, damn. I mean, I get that you're not going to catch every one, but
they missing catches though in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
with nobody on them, man, that's not good.
Fuck. Let's continue. Let's keep it rolling. See, this is this time of the season. It gets me, bro. It gets me. Is the Rockets' small ball lineup proving formidable following last night's blowout against the Grizzlies?
That's one game. Like, I'm not sold on that lineup. I think it does. It will have its moments in the regular season, but they will get absolutely boat raced in the fucking postseason. I don't care. Like it'll be bad. Like it'll be like the last person to finish like the marathon and like they're already like packing shit up. Like everybody else gets a fucking celebration and a woo and gets a run through the the fucking tape, and like this person's just gonna get like 3 audible like good job. Like everybody's gone, dude. They literally are gonna get boat raced. They're gonna get left at some shit. They're gonna be terrible in the postseason. Like I'm calling it right now. You gotta be able to rebound. You gotta be able to get second chance points, especially if you're fucking playing to just chuck up shots.
Bruh, I can't believe you just utilized the adjective boat raced to describe it. But at the same time, I'm so fucking happy that you did, because first off, just on tonight on last night's game alone, I was begging for the Grizzlies to figure out a way to beat the Rockets, and that just wasn't going to happen. The Rockets were just overloaded with too much talent in the combination of Harden and Westbrook. Let's see here. Noah, Google VIP League. Google VIP League. And you should be able to find a link. Let's see here. But no, I mean, in regards to last night's game, the Grizzlies, they came up short. Fuck, it sucked. There's too much being relied on for John Morant and Valanciunas. They need a third guy there to kind of offset the balance, and it's obvious that they don't have that. Yeah. Also, my fault, man. My fault. Also, with that though, I mean, Houston, you're completely correct. Have fun right now in the regular season. You will make it in the playoffs because, well, that's what you've done. The last 3 years is make it into the playoffs. But that's all of what you're going to do, and that's where your journey is going to end. And don't expect to get into the Western Conference Finals.
No, I don't even think. I think there's a high possibility they're not even going to get in the second round.
I think I got them in the second round, and that's about it. I mean, it's going to depend on who they go up against on the outside, but it's definitely gonna be unique.
Yeah, and I think too, with like your point, like Memphis, it's why Ja's my rookie of the year. Like he's taking that team on his back. They're like 2 games out of 500. Like they're having a solid year. Everybody wrote them off. Everybody before the season started had them going top 5 in the draft again.
It was Edwards Hellier out of LSU that I was trying to think of earlier.
Oh, okay. A lot of LSU players to watch, man.
A lot of LSU players. Let's see here. Is Jason Tatum making the Celtics the new beast of the East?
No, because they're another one that I see just kind of like winding down. He's been performing. He's been doing very well. The more daggers coming. How that team is, dude. It's like a motion offense. It literally, it's. He's been having some good performances lately, but it's a different guy every night. It's matchups. It's motion offense. It's hitting the hot hand, hitting the open guy. That I don't know. I don't think it's like sustainable. I will say, like, I think the catalyst to like why that team has been so good this year is getting rid of Kyrie Irving and the addition of Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker has made that team like a lot more consistent, a lot more efficient.
Is it just me, or does Kemba Walker kind of embody being a Celtic? Like he's very that grit, that hard work. Well, then again, he played at UConn.
Yeah.
So this actually all makes sense. Never mind. This all makes sense. He's used to the area. He's used to. I'm sure he's probably partied over there in Massachusetts, coming from Connecticut. Yeah, cool. So yeah, Kemba has absolutely transcended that team, and I think fits the mold of that city. I'm gonna say a beast of the East. I am not going to say the beast of the East because you still got to get through Milwaukee. Now you just have to hope that Milwaukee doesn't pull a Dolphins and have that really good, amazing season, and then you blow it at the first shot of the big dance. Mm-hmm. So I mean, with that being said, with that being stated, I do even think that they could probably take out the Raptors in the East, and we could maybe even be looking at a Celtics-Bucks finals. Eastern Conference Finals. I'd be fascinated to see a Raptors Bucks Eastern Conference Finals, but I think that a Celtics Bucks Eastern Conference Finals is just as formidable.
See, I think like I made the take before. I think the true underdog is going to come out of the East. I don't think it's going to be top dog like it's like the West. I think the West is going to be the top dog matchup. It's going to be Clips versus Lakers. I
Dude,
still think it's going to be the underdog matchup for the East. I think the teams are going to surprise in the East.
I would love that. I would don't get me wrong. I'd love that. And I think that's a beautiful thing for the NBA for that to happen.
I mean, because they already are. Everybody looks at the East weak or the East is weak.
Yeah.
Like everybody does. It's a different brand of basketball, but everybody looks at it as weak.
And I pretty much always have. You're absolutely correct. Let's see here. Japan is canceling all of its boxing matches, and I'm actually hearing possibly maybe more of Olympic events could be involved in this due to the coronavirus, the spread of the coronavirus. Like, how serious is this shit getting? Like people start off, just making memes and stuff like that, and it became like a fashion statement to fashion designers started like putting up the surgical mask, and like we saw the celebrities with like diamond and crescent surgical mask, and now it's affecting sports, dude.
I literally saw a chick out at the bar last weekend wearing a surgical mask, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, shit is getting for real serious. But I do want to dip. I don't want to like go off topic.
Yo, I'm just picturing that. Hey, you want to buy me a drink? Bitch, you gonna cough on me?
Dude, I fucking died laughing. She's fucking sipping a fucking Stella Artois, and like literally like under the mask, and then like tilting back. I'm just like looking at this broad like.
Imagine you go out.
Like, what are you doing?
Imagine you go out to the outside functioning section. You know where the function is at, where everybody chills, and you're out there, you're chilling, you trying like Mac on her. You're trying to talk to her. Or like she actually tries to Mac on you and tries to talk to you. Like, hey, you want to head back to my place? Like,
fuck no.
Oh, fuck, like, you got a surgical. I don't even know what your teeth look like.
Right, like fucking you got an STD, like, fucking, I don't want the coronavirus, like.
Yeah, for all I know, this could be a Deuce Bigelow moment. You're hiding something underneath there. You sneeze the wrong way.
Right.
I got too far. Look, someone's gonna know. Someone's gonna know what I'm talking about with that reference. They're gonna be like, "Oh God."
That shit is fucking comedy. The chick with the fucking like, what are they called, like the geisha masks or whatever.
Yeah,
she
had the little. And then she sneezed and fucking skeet flew out of her.
Yeah, fucking pitching a tenant fucking dinner on her fucking face.
Oh God,
dude, Deuce Bigelow is classic though, dude.
Fucking classic. But no, for real, this is serious.
It is serious, but I do want to dip back real quick. Like, we'll get into this topic, but I did want to, like, if I can go back, we were talking about Tatum. I want to know, is Tatum, like, he's showed some flashes, like, but I'm one of those that believe, just like Simmons and just like some other guys, that he hasn't like really progressed to his maximum potential just yet. Like, and almost kind of like slow, like he's produced, but I think he's got a lot more that like he could have showed us. I think he could be a lot farther than where he's at right now.
We're witnessing him get in and come into his own, and it's slowly starting to happen. And I think that the presence of having Kemba Walker there, is helping that. Someone that's not weird like Kyrie, like Kyrie, and that's not like give me the ball, and like trying to prove that they're the leader of the team and all this other stuff. I think it really works out for Tatum. We're seeing him, especially whenever he plays against the Lakers, time and time again, become a better player. He's slowly becoming a better player before our eyes. I just feel like it's taking him a while.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I see the talent, I see the potential, but it's just like it's been a little step slow. It's just been a little I feel like progress has been halted. He's not progressed like I think everybody thought, or like even I thought that he would.
Yeah, not what everyone thought. No, I mean, but
yeah, my bad to go back though. But yeah, the coronavirus, that shit, man, is fucking crazy. Like, I don't know, I don't really buy into like conspiracy theories and shit like that, but I really could see like it's been around for a while. Like, there's a reason I found a while back an old Lysol fucking like wipes container, and it like literally like said like all the things it fights and counteracts. It's probably a 15-year-old fucking thing of wipes. They're fucking dried. They're fucking hard as a rock. Found them in my garage and fucking like just in like a back cabinet of like the fucking house that I rent, and it literally said like the third thing that it fights. It was like like salmonella, and it said human fucking coronavirus, and I'm just like, oh shit, like this ain't new. I really think they were trying to like weaponize it, and some fucking shit, got out, and they fucking started killing their own people, and now they have a for real epidemic problem on their hands.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, to my knowledge, it has been around for a while. They were saying that it came from and originated from, where did Nick go? From bat soup. First off, they eat tons and tons of weird shit. Okay, I don't know if it was necessarily bat soup that like did it. I mean, I don't know why you're eating bat soup anyways in the first fucking place. There's so many conspiracy theories around this. I think that there is literally someone just sitting back with the cure of how to fix this all. And this is literally going to become what was the thing? What was it? Swine flu? I think it was like fucking swine flu.
Yeah, swine flu was big for a while.
Yeah, or Ebola. Ebola, all of a sudden, like, it's here and then it's gone. Like, it's just weird that all of a sudden, like, this happens, like, when we have, like, athletes competing and stuff. I don't know. I don't like it. It's absolutely crazy, and yeah.
Yo, I'm with you, dude. But you said something about it came from bats. Well, was fucking Ozzy Osbourne out there fucking making bat soup?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did you catch the bat in the first place to make this fucking soup? Like, what? It is all weird. It's all weird. Every story that I've ever read about this, when I read the symptoms, it's some serious shit. Like, it's for real serious. It can't kill you. Like over like 3,000 people have died already. And yet people still fucking make memes over it, which is crazy. But leaving out all the like the dark sense of humor and everything. Wash your hands, take care of yourself. I'm lucky I stay inside my house. So yeah.
Yeah, man. And part of me wants to be a dick. Like, I saw that chick at the bar and I couldn't help but laugh my ass off. Part of me wants to like wear that mask and just like go to like an outside like the gathering where there's like a big group of people and just fucking start like fake coughing my fucking head off.
Dude, you're fucked up.
Just causing fucking paranoia.
Bro, freaking the BDGE guys, their marketing is so top notch. They made BDGE surgical masks and sold them on their site. Like, people bought them too. I was like, that's legit.
I gotta go grocery shopping with a client later. Maybe I'll fucking just wear one to fucking the stores and just fuck with people.
You're so wrong. God.
Just lean over like the meat section. Like,
Oh, I can't do that shit. My grocery store. I'm not gonna run up because you're gonna cough on me, but that'll be the one time I'm snitching. Hey, EPA?
Yeah, there's some dude over here. You might want to get the fucking Center for Disease Control down here.
Yep, CDC, fucking USDA. I don't know who we call in this moment, but nah, all's well that is well. It's okay. It's all good.
That shit is crazy though, man. That's scary.
It is. Like I always find it fascinating how like the shit just randomly like breaks out. Like, it doesn't matter how it is, or what it is. And then what's also fascinating is like it's always it's always like it's always like an outbreak, and all of a sudden you don't hear about it anymore. Like it just disappears. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if it like I don't know if it just like dies out on its own. I don't think they always find a cure for some shit. Like they can't like they don't always. I think it just fizzles out and like dies, like kind of just like continues to like mutate and like metastasize and eventually just fucking burns out, fizzles out.
Yeah, because Ebola came and went, bro. Like
Yeah,
it was like
they do have like treatment centers and like they know certain things. Like
yeah,
there's a protocol that goes for Ebola. Like
shit's crazy, bro. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. We do appreciate y'all for joining us. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Catch me back here live. I am going to be streaming the combine, taking notes, breaking things down. I'll be chilling with the homie J Love. We might have the fantasy football fam stopping by, and maybe a couple of other special guests. It's gonna be going down. It's gonna be lit. Other than that, yeah. Dick, you got anything?
no man.
Okay.
As always, Rum fam, love you. Robbie, appreciate you having me on, man. It's always fun. It's always good to talk with you.
Fuck yeah.
Hang out with you, man. Good episode, some good stuff. But I'm looking forward to, and I know you're looking forward to watching some of this combine. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm fucking hangry, and I think I'm gonna go hit the gym for a little bit and get my shots in.
I feel that. I feel that. That's for myself. Make sure you guys follow me at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, Net. Y'all already know where to find me. Yep, and catch you on the other side here on YouTube and Sportscaster. We're going to have quarterbacks and receivers coming up. We'll be catching CeeDee Lamb, Justin Herbert, and many more participating in the NFL Combine. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all that good stuff. Follow us on Sportscaster. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls, what it do. Billy Dilly. We are out of here. Peace.